Hello, Out of Door Academy. This is John Delgado here for the first in a series of videos that Ryan and I will be putting together and sending out straight to you. There'll be a good, just sort of little tips here and there. So today we're going to work on your Canvas homepage. And now, as you can see, this is my bland, boring old homepage. Who needs it? We want to give these kids the most clear, concise information in these crazy times of ours. And what we'll be working on is getting your Zoom URL on here. So I'm going to delete all the old stuff. If you have a beautiful Canvas page, you can just add this stuff to it. We want to include the Zoom URL, our schedule of what we'll be doing every day, and a weekly overview just to give the kids a sense of what the heck we're doing in class this week. So first of all, to get to your Zoom URL, you're going to go to Zoom down here, and over here, you click on your profile. Yours won't say John Delgado. Yours will say your name. And then highlight this personal link. Everyone should have one. In general, we'll talk about this later, but it should probably just be your last name. We'll put together some practices and standards to use just to make it easier for the students to see. But for now, just copy in whatever you have here and bring it over here. And then make a new little area that says Zoom URL, and just paste that right in there. And if you want, you can go ahead and highlight it and then press link to URL and paste it right there again. And then if we want to, this is some next level stuff. If we want to clean it up a little bit, we can get rid of the HTTP there, and then it's blue, so we can just click on it and it will get you right into the Zoom room. And this will be open whenever you are in your personal meeting room. So I'll basically be on there all day because I have nothing better to do with my life. And so anyone that needs to speak with me during a time when I'm not having class can just go to that URL, and then I'll see someone popped up on my screen, and they'll be like, oh, hey, how are you? So checked off, Zoom URL, done. Moving on, schedule. This one I kind of like. You guys are going to feel like experts at Canvas after this. We're going to go ahead and indent there, and then click on this little table box right here. And then over here under table, make a 5x5 grid. And check this out. So we're going to have day 1 here, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then I'm just going to call this Friday because we don't really have a day schedule for that. And now give me 1 second. I haven't actually learned the day schedules for this, so I'm going to cheat and open up my calendar. So I see here, Monday we have A, E, G, C. Tuesday, B, F, H, and D. And then you guys can probably skip through this part. Not the most exciting kind of thing, although I'm actually kind of impressed that I'm able to do this while I'm talking. This is some great multitasking here. And so once you have all your days put together, this will clearly and easily show the students where you are on what days. And I'm going to go ahead and bold the top line just to make it sort of more nicely formatted. And so my class happens during G period. So I'm going to write class on both my G period days. And then I have the independent study during D period. And if you want to make your lives easier, just go ahead and copy that and then paste it somewhere new. And so all of these other areas, you guys will probably fill with all of your different classes. You can specify which class is there, or you can do something like, say, just on the periods that you're free, write free. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say all periods that I'm not in class, I am available to talk about or let's go with tech help or general project stuff. Cool. So this hopefully is a nice, easy way for the students to see what I'm up to. And if you want to really take this to the next level, you can go ahead and set this every week. Like, let's say you have a meeting set up for a certain time. If I know I'm going to be busy first period, I can just say meeting or something like that. And if you really want this to be the place where all your students go, you can just customize this every week or as things pop up, and then students can easily check here to see, Mr. So-and-so doesn't have anything this period, so I'm going to click on his Zoom URL and then get over to see him. That's up to you, but we are done with that. Also great if you have certain periods you're doing office hours. And don't worry if this seems like a whole lot for every single class. You can just copy this whole thing and you can paste it somewhere else. And look, oh, there it is again. So you can paste this in every single class page easily. And then final thing, a weekly overview. So let's go ahead and set this. I want that at the top. I want my students to know. I want them to know exactly what we're doing that week as fast as possible. So this week, I'm going to say planning for project 2. That's enough. My students know what that means. And you can make that as detailed or as vague as you want it to be. If you want to go into like extreme depth and say like, this, that's great. Although more depth might be better suited for a module. But for now, this is all you need to do. And then seeing it all big and connected there, double check that you're the only one that can edit this. And say notify users that this content has changed, because your students are going to be like, whoa, this is so great and cool that I can see all of this all at once, nice and easy. So make sure that's check marked there, and they'll get an email, and then they'll be able to see this nice, beautiful schedule that we've made. And then go ahead and hit save. And now, as most of you probably have it set, your home page is this page. If it's not, if your home page is like modules or some other page, maybe it's your syllabus, you're going to want to go over here to choose home page, click here, and then double check that it is, look through all these things and you see pages. I call this page front page. Click on change, and you can set it to whatever page you want it. I, for example, have it set to the home page. So I'm just going to click that and then make sure it's published. Please, if it's not published, no one's going to see it. And we want them to see all of your wonderful hard work. So then just to double check, click on home. And now look at this. Beautiful. There is nothing, there's no way to get this better than it already is. I'm sure there is. Add it, format it much better than I have it here. But this is just really basic, bare bones things here. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.